Hey, how's it going? So, stepping into your truth doesn't make you a rebel, it sets you free. Now, people in your life might think you're a rebel for choosing your truth. And that's the problem that's what keeps us small. That's what keeps us in a pleasing space. That's what keeps us feeling less than and undeserving of what we truly want in our lives. And we do that based on generational trauma usually, and what society, the traumatized society, wants for us. And so when we decide, I no longer want to play this role of a person who has to always hypervigilantly figure out what everybody else wants and what will make them happy so that I can be calmer in my system, and we decide to let people be unhappy with our choices if they want to be, then we are becoming free. Because it's not people who are pleasers and who have been raised to abandon themselves in service of other people's agendas and moods and feelings and behaviors, are people who do not like hurting people. Guaranteed. Do not. We were made to feel very, very bad as human beings for hurting anyone. So hurting people by choosing ourselves is very difficult, right? And it makes the other people upset because they're used to you serving their needs and making sure that you're taken care of and responsible for their moods. And I understand the difficulty there is with deciding not to do that, because there's a fear of rejection and abandonment if you leave the person or the people or the job, whatever it is, for asking what you deserve or need in your life. It's scary. But I also know that it's scarier living a life that's not your own. It's scarier not following your heart and soul. It's scarier to lose yourself. The scariest thing that has ever happened in my personal life was losing myself to other people's plans for me. I wouldn't wish that on my worst nightmare. Worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, because it's a living nightmare. Basically, it's difficult. It's scary. It's confusing, and you don't know where to pick up the pieces, but you do pick up the pieces and you move forward. But it's very scary when you've outsourced your entire self to be obedient to other people's plans and agendas and life. It is, frankly, it's not okay. It's not okay. And when it hits you that you're doing something that is against your inner knowing and your best interest, you finally one day, hopefully, will wake up to the fact that you can't do this anymore, no matter who it hurts. I mean, if they can't change the way they're doing it and what they expect of you, and that might be hard for them because they're used to the dynamic, right? Then you might have to go on your own. But it's worth a shot because, maybe people will be more reasonable. But when people are stuck in subconscious patterns, the pattern with you being the pleaser and them being like the avoidant or the emotionally unavailable person or whatever their thing is, that's something they have to unlearn, just like you have to unlearn the pleasing disease, okay? And so, but the freedom you have with choosing your own goals and life and plans and path, it's freedom. And freedom is important. Freedom is, we all deserve freedom. Not to be controlled, not to have to be obedient. I'm not saying you need to break the rules and break the laws or hurt people deliberately. No, that's not what this is. It will hurt people when you say no to them, when they're used to you saying yes all the time. It will. They will blame you. They will say you're selfish. They will tell everybody you're a bad person. The truth you're stepping into is a truth of knowing the truth, which is, I am not selfish for choosing myself. I am not a bad person because I love myself and I want to be happy and I don't want to be somebody else's indentured servant for the rest of my life when I get nothing for this. This is just me having to take care of somebody else's moods, and then I get nothing. I get nothing. My needs aren't met. And they don't appreciate it. So, if you decide to choose yourself and follow your truth, you will find freedom. And you're probably going to be called a rebel. Does that mean you're a rebel? Well, maybe it's a good thing to be a rebel. I don't know. But that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to love yourself and have a happy life. And you're trying to do it for maybe your children, your children's children, so that it's not such a generational trap anymore. I hope this helps. Bye.